What's up, YouTubers? We're going to take a first impressions look at the Demko Knives AD20. Yes, this has been the one that's been impossible to get a hold of, waiting months and months and months, about a half a year, having to get on every Instagram list, watch every knife, troll the sites. I was able to be one of the lucky ones to get in that first, I don't know, 6 minutes or so. And like I said, you have to basically sit in, and there's going to be more of these, so it's just going to take a little bit of time. Pretty much there's a little bit of backlog of production and supply chain everywhere. So we're going to take just a few quick impressions of this one. Out of the gate, obviously the fidgetiness with this shark lock is fantastic. Very usable thumb studs. Let's try it on the back side. Yeah, I have to do a little bit of a wrist flick because it is a little bit of ways. Of course, you can just go ahead and pull back the shark lock and release it open, almost like an axis lock in that sense. And then we'll try the floor here. The floor is a little bit tougher. Yeah, that one's going to take probably just a little bit of practice on that one, and or a little wrist flick. Wrist flick will help break that detent and get it out. But boy, yeah, in terms of the fidgetiness, I get it. Comfort in hand, absolutely. Medium large hand, very comfortable. You know, this thing, I will say, the shark lock release here, if you're pressing down hard, that's definitely going to create a hot spot on your thumb right there. So that, I'll have to do a lot more cutting. Pull cuts, actually, great feel for this particular one. And obviously it's going to be very sturdy and solid on that one. Let's go ahead and do a few quick cuts here. It's just out of the box. Obviously it cuts fine, so it's sharpened well. This is not going to be a massively great slicer. You can see the blade stock's very thick on that sort of thing. The one thing I noticed, let me move this stuff out of the way, is the acoustics of this are unlike any knife at all. Thinking about knives that are great at acoustics, this is a full titanium Hinder XM18 3.5 inch. It's got a great sound and echo to it, especially with that hollowed out scale on the show side. So it's great, but it's also just on a almost uni sound. And probably the best possible one is the ZTO 562. Slap that a few times. Sounds great. It has a marvelous echo. What I would say about this one is, because it has two devices, and we'll talk about it. It literally sounds almost like a gun loading or something like that, a revolver. So, and what I figured out on this particular one, just in a few minutes I played with it, is that it's essentially two sounds coming together at once. So you have both the back of the blade hitting the stop pin there. So you don't hear it when you just hear that. But you also happen to have your shark release lock here slapping forward from the spring. So you put those two together, and it's very interesting. So acoustically, wow, this might be the new king as far as that goes. In terms of just kind of the feel for the release, in terms of how this particular one is on the deployment, pretty much on the detent heading out. If you take a look at it, you basically have pressure on the back side. And then it's going to lift that shark lock up there. Watch that. See how that shoots that in the air? So in that sense, it's very much like, I was just thinking of the other triad sort of locks, where you basically take a look and you're elevating that lock right there, right onto a, sloped up thing. And then it's going to just snap back down on it. And then again, instead of that snapping back down, it's just going to basically create a sandwich wedge over a flat on this blade. If you kind of take a look at it, it's got a flat on the backside. So those are kind of my initial impressions. I'll definitely do a full review after I have a chance to spend a little more time with this. But, for those that are wondering, Demko's going to sell tens of thousands of these. And, I don't know the time frame which those will happen, but maybe with any luck, we'll even get a cold steel buy-in here, and who knows, maybe they throw a $100 markup. He sells 50,000, makes $5 million, something like that. I have no idea. That would seem to make sense for something that is going to be as popular as this one obviously has been. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like and subscribe, and look forward to the future full review of this knife. Take care.